Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is a video by CGP Gray. You are two. I see a comment that said the transition from CGP Gray to Kurzgesagt AGT. I don't know how to say his name. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm over here suffering. But nah, it must be one part of my brain, right? The left and the right side of the brain, though. You are two. This was recommended to me. And as always, sending out a lot of love. Leave your recommendations down below for what you want to watch, or DM me. And let's just hop into this. Let's hop in. I'm tired. I just had a little nap when I got up, but I'm ready. So forgive me, but let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No. I have my videos lined up. Ignore that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Your brain is two brains,
Yep.
two hemispheres, each doing half
time.
the work of being you. Half your vision goes to each and half your movement directed by each. Right controls left and left controls right. Your two brains coordinate through a wire of nerves, but this wire can be cut and was, for a time, used as an epilepsy treatment. After the cut, people seemed the same, though their brain was split in twain. Except some post-split patients describe that while selecting their morning outfit with right hand, left might come along to disagree. Actually, left hand might quite often disagree, which these split brain patients found frustrating. What's happening? To investigate, remember, right brain sees and controls one half while left...
Wow. Okay. So, like, seeing this video and, like, knowing about consciousness is, like, very funny. Well, okay. Or, well, not consciousness, but, like, spiritual practices in a funny way that you could start to reprogram your mind in a way. I never tried to actually apply some of the cool things we learned about in school to, like, that. Or to, well, you know, because everything is... Okay, never mind. I was going to go on some deep, dark, and deep, distant whole... conspiracy tack board. Okay, we're done. But it's funny. Me and my girlfriend were just in Target, and she was talking about these Quest bars, and we're on a fast where we, you know, it depends on the type of fast you do, but a 3-day water fast where you don't eat. And there was this brownie flavor, man, and I was just thinking about that brownie flavor because we didn't pick it up. And then I'm just thinking about how maybe I should get that split down my brain so my left hand smacks the deliciousness of food out the... Okay.
Trading. What's happening? To
That's
investigate,
cool.
remember,
So,
right brain sees and controls one half while left brain controls and sees the other. But only left brain can speak. Hello. Because that's where the speech center is located. Right brain without this is mute. In normal brains, this doesn't matter because each half communicates across the wire with the other. But split brains can't, and thus you can show just the right brain a word, ask the person, what did you see, and you'll hear nothing. Because left speaking brain saw nothing. Meanwhile, right brain will use its hand to pick the object out of a pile hidden from left brain. This is deeply creepy. Ask why are you holding the object, and speaking left brain will make up a plausible sounding but totally wrong reason.
I always wanted to learn how to solve one of these.
Left brain isn't lying, it's just doing what brains do, creating a story that explains its past actions to its current self. A behavior which does rather cast doubt onto the notion of free will, but that's a story for another time.
Do you have free will? That's, oh my gosh. Holy moly, there's actually this video I was just watching that talked about free will, and then it kind of got deep that there's no such thing as free will, but it's almost like since your subconscious mind can't really tell the difference of the, well, no, let me not say, let me be confident about it because I'm like a bookworm and I've seen it so much. There's a lot of evidence that I've found, and I can give you the books if you want to look. Things like Psychomancy by Franklin Rudolph or Mind Control 101. A bunch of these books, Holographic Universe, that state your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between, it's impersonal to anything you feed it, right? But whatever you feed it, so let's bring it to sum it up a little bit more, this new conception of yourself will create involuntary action that you then follow that create the reality you're seeing. So your imagination creates your reality because your imagination is your true you. So if you feel like the thing you're creating in your imagination is true, your subconscious mind will power and fuel that new self-concept of yourself, and you will start involuntarily taking actions to the reality that you've created in your mind. And then we get a little bit of consciousness and we get deeper, and in theory, literally, if you affirm enough and be to your imagination, this could never fail. You will, if you persist enough or just follow through, will always become what you want to do in life. Because yeah, we're getting deep, but that's funny. Well, that all off of the fact that do you have free will? Because in a sense, it's like you do, but it's like the way you feel about yourself is creating an illusion of free will. Bro, there's too much in this brain. I don't want to think. Guys, stop. Why was I sent this video? Why did I take the request? Is it because I programmed myself as a reaction YouTuber, a good one at that, to take recommendations to videos? So now I involuntarily just take the request, and just because this is how I program myself. I don't know. Let's go.
Of free will, but that's a story for another time. Creating reasons for why it does things is just something left brains do. It happens in normal, healthy humans all the time, and if you think about it closely, you know you've done this. Back to experiments.
Why did I say that?
Give right brain an object, ask the person what's in your hand, and they won't be able to say.
I'm not holding anything.
And when asked to draw, a split brain can draw two separate objects simultaneously with each hand in a way unsplit brains find challenging. These experiments on split brain patients are deeply unsettling because they really point in the direction of a mute, separate intelligence, something living in the skull. You can even ask questions of a split brain and get disagreement on the answer. So if your brain is split, who is the you in this situation? From the outside, it's tempting to think of the part of the brain that's speaking as the person, but something is hearing and answering questions. And though right brain can't speak, it does understand faces, which left brain can't. If this is you, you don't know who your friends and family are in a crowd. This act of cutting exposes two minds in one head, and the talking mind doesn't know there's someone else in the house. The left brain can describe the situation it's in, but nonetheless will constantly be surprised by right brain's actions and explain them away. There's a question to be asked here. Why, after separation, does right brain not totally freak out, but instead plays along helpfully, answering questions and listening to left brain's dumb stories about what's happening?
It's the best pony? I don't know.
Speculation time, but one answer is the cutting doesn't make right brain a separate intelligence, consciousness, person.
Yeah, there it is.
Always been. In normal people, perhaps right brain grows up as a companion without a choice, feeling at first somewhat equal partners, but then as speech develops that it can't participate in, that increasingly becomes the central point of life, it resigns to mutely coordinate with left brain. At this moment in your normal head, there are two of you watching this video. One having a mind equals blown moment, and the other mentally rolling its eye at the obviousness of it all.
Oh shit, that's so weird. Yeah, that is so weird, because it's like it's almost just validating stuff that... Guys, I just woke up and decided to watch this one on the list. Jesus.
Split brains right doesn't freak out because not a whole lot has really changed. You might not agree and may be arguing right now why it can't be possible. Exactly as we would expect talking left brain to do. Speculation aside, split brain patients show at the very least that in the mind there is a separate something that can hear and understand and respond given the right circumstances. Your brain isn't entirely yours.
Exactly. It's like your brain is the tool that whatever is observing this whole experience uses. Does that make sense? It's like right now I'm choosing. It's like, okay, I feel like we start getting into ego and a whole bunch of other things, and we just start getting deep, but there's something else in between both of these brains. Not the initial cut of it, but in a sense, it's like it's whatever you leave it up to, whether you want to say it's God, your imagination, your higher self. I feel like that's when you meditate and you become the observer of your thoughts, that's almost like what it is. But if one side, whoa, that makes you kind of question what happens when you use meditation to calm the chaotic mind. It's almost like, okay, if the right side of your brain is mute, then are you really only ever listening to the left side? There's like some, my cousin and I were just having a conversation about this where insert Egyptian text here, but I think it was Thoth in one of Thoth's stories, or one of the stories of Thoth, but I'm not really too much into the Egyptian mythos to really know. I know of the gods. And someone said, I think I have a video on my channel that literally said that, someone thought I was like Thoth. Long story. Anyways, but the point is if you meditate and be the observer, you can see that you're not your brain exactly. Does that make... Why did I start with this video, bro? Anyways, let's just continue and not get deep. But in the story of Thoth, the whole point is that there's two voices in your head. Basically, the whole thing of the angel, the symbolism for the devil and the angel on your shoulder. And like, in this case, I get like both sides aren't bad in this video, in this particular case. But that's what it's like sort of reminding me of. That story is still true. You have a voice in you. It's like beating your ego is doing things like knowing that you're in control of it and it's not in control of you. And then there's the two voices, which it still applies even though one of the voices is good, or the positive side of that. And to that, you know what? Because I rant, and this is why I think people watch me and like my rants, and that I sound like a lunatic. Lunar, you're starting to get it. Negative always outweighs or tries to outweigh the good or the positive. So in the case of thoughts and everything that we deal with in the programming, yada yada, so always if you can, try to listen more to the positive side, or even create it yourself. Because I'm starting to say, like, literally after this video, it's really starting to confirm for me that there's 3 very clear participants in this whole experience. I'm done. Why do I even say? But yeah,
Who is you? You is 2.
You is 3.
But we can go deeper. You are many.
The pile of meat that is your body is made up of trillions of tiny individuals that have a life of their own. So at which point do the many become one? What makes lots of tiny things you? Click here to go to our channel and watch the next part.
Seriously, if you haven't checked out Court Gazette, then you don't know what you're missing.
Court Gazette.
Kurt's Gazette.
He did it too. I don't know. Oh my gosh, he did it too. Hang on, I want to let it like. I don't want it to autoplay.
Your brain.
Okay, I know I could just turn it off. That's crazy. He messed up the name too. I tried to, or not mess it up, but tried to figure out how to pronounce it too. I love that. Court Gazette. Oh man, this next video seems like it gets into the whole, what is it, micro biomes going on in your body? I'm not even gonna get into it. Why did I start with this video? Now my mind is blown for the rest of the other videos. Jesus. Thank you for recommending this to me. Much love in Moonlight. I will see you guys in the next one. Anything you want me to wrap up on? I kind of want to watch this after that now. Should I? I like have to, right? No, I don't. Alright, love you guys. I'm out of here. Should I? Bro, why not, bro? Why not? Why not? Okay, okay, you're gonna see this video after. Should I link this video? Nah, why not? Because if I'm gonna do it, might as well show you this next part. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.